Okay, I was tagged to write this long email and for this blog, and I thought this would be a better way for me to give you my message of how my quarantine is going. Um, so first thing, having kids during quarantine. Gino will be 3 months at the end of this month, and Bella will be 3 years old, actually tomorrow. So there has been no boredom in this household with a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old. The 3-year-old doesn't nap either. She's straight through. So from 6:15 to 6:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night, it is a go, go, go experience. Um, and then Gino is honestly the greatest baby in the world. He does nothing but eat and sleep and poop. But he rarely ever cries. He just kind of gives you a quick yell if he's hungry, and that's about it. He goes right down. He actually slept last night from 9 o'clock at night. Fed him at like 11, and then slept all the way till 5 this morning. So I mean, he couldn't be any better. Thankfully, the weather is getting a lot nicer, so going outside is definitely helping. A couple weeks ago, Bella finally connected on how she hasn't left the house in a long time, so she keeps asking to go in the car. She used to go to classes at the library multiple times a week, and she kind of just figured out that she hasn't really left the house in a while. So that's a little bit confusing, but the weather being nicer is making it so much easier. We recently purchased her a playscape, which was nice. We found one on Facebook. So we had a great deal on it. It's awesome. It has a slide, a rock wall for her, and so she's very pumped about that. A couple swings. Very excited. The pool was opened this weekend, so again, something else that we can do with her in the coming weeks, which will make this time a little bit easier for all of us. Okay. Teaching during this time. It's interesting. It's interesting because you're really trying to figure out what is important. What do you really have to try to get across to kids? And I keep going back to, I keep missing the times and the conversations, not about what I teach, just about their lives and how they're doing and like what they're going through. Those are the times that I miss, and I think it's without those times, because I think the kids also look forward to those times. Without having that type of connection, it's just hard for them to really buy into some of the stuff we're doing, the way we're doing it during such a, I guess, worldwide crisis. It's just hard. It's hard because, and I understand as a teacher, we put in so much effort to create these things for these kids. We're recreating the wheel as we go, and some of them, just have other things on their mind, or have even other things to do. One of the girls in my class is babysitting every day. She comes on to the Zoom meetings and she's watching 4 kids. Like, I mean, what am I going to say? So there's just unfortunate times for everybody, and it just doesn't make anything we do any easier than it, it doesn't make it any easier. It was already hard to begin with, and it's definitely not any easier. But I am having fun trying to think of creative ways to do things, and seeing if I can come up with something that is new that maybe I could use in the coming years. The good thing for me is I've had these videos kind of banked for the last couple of years, so I don't have to recreate every single video, which is nice. It allows me to have more time to be creative in what I want to do, but it's definitely been difficult. What do I miss? Again, I just miss having the talks and the conversations with kids. It's really hard not to see them and not to get that emotional read off them on how school is going, how sports are going, just different things they do outside of my classroom. That's definitely what I miss the most. I miss hanging out with my math peeps and seeing all my other teachers during school time. Just not having anybody to conversate with other than a 3-year-old and a 3-month-old, and my wife, of course. It's challenging. It definitely is challenging. I definitely can't wait to interact with all of you again. All right, so the good. I'm built for quarantine. I am a homebody. I love being home. And don't feel bad for me for quarantine. I have plenty of things to do here that keep me entertained. Like I said, we have the pool. I have a little golf set up in my garage I made for this quarantine. So I am doing the most I can to stay active and still do things. I've been to the golf course once, which was nice. It wasn't busy when I went during the week, in the afternoon, of course, not during school time. And it was nice to be out there, and everything is kind of set up. My wife and I went, we took our golf bags, we didn't take a cart. So we're still able to get outside and get some exercise. So I'm kind of built for this. I'm okay with it. My wife is a little more of a goer and a doer, and she is very upset that our vacations and our plans this summer are probably put on hold, and we're gonna have staycations by the pool. Speaking of her, she goes back to work June 1st. She's been off on leave since Gino, so it's been very nice to be home with her and help her with Gino and Bella at the same time, because together they are quite a handful. So I hope everyone is taking care of themselves, doing what they have to do to stay in a good mental state. Go on your walks during the day, especially now that the weather's getting nicer finally. Get outside. I tell the kids all the time, I go do my work later, go outside now. We all need those breaks, and we all need to be able to get out and just take a deep breath of fresh air. So I hope this went over well. Better than me typing. My writing is horrendous. It would take me like weeks and a million times proofreading to write it. So 7.5 minutes is not bad. If you didn't watch it, that's okay too. Everybody, good luck the rest of the year. Have fun, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll look forward to a new adventure this summer and next year.